Hello! Time to do some Pillars of Eternity. Continue our great adventure with Antelope. It's going to be great. And we're going to continue to enjoy these long loading screens, because it makes it even greater. That's my favorite thing about this game. Eternal loading screens. Some weapon types such as stock, mace and stiletto negate a portion of the enemy's damage reduction. Good to know. Of course, that was information I already knew. But still. There we go. I also had this great epiphany.
How do you do?
Yesterday. Let's see. What level am I? I'm level 3, right? Yeah, 3rd level ranger. And he is 3rd level wizard. Well, it will catch up. I had this great vision yesterday that I would like a party just filled with rangers. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make 5 rangers. And then I'll use the ranger companion you get later on. Let's make this one female, since I already have a male character. I'm going to make it a godlike. Let's see. Okay, I'll lower the in-game sound. That should be better now. Tell me if that's not working. So let's make a death godlike. Yeah. Let's just go with the human body type, I'm fine with that. And we're making that a ranger as well. Good. You can either have wounding shot or marked prey. Let's go with wounding shot on this one then. I have the Antelope companion, so I figure let's give this one a boar. Animal companion name. Morador. Works for me. Let's do a slightly different spec on this one. Let's go slightly higher dexterity. And then something like that in perception. And same in might. And let's take that, because that increases the dexterity. And this one will be focused on athletics and survival. It's a former slave. Yeah, I'm kinda happy with the color, but let's just check the different faces. Yeah, let's go with this one instead.
Yes?
I shall lead us. Let's go!
They won't see me coming.
I'm here. Follow me. I'll teach you a lesson.
Quick and quiet.
Just say the word.
Let's go cocky. Savarina. There we go. So now we have 2 rangers. And I got an achievement for that apparently. Because it was very hard.
You wish.
Ah, good. They cleared up the people we killed. That's important. hide the evidence. No, I seem to recall. Hello! He doesn't want us to be in there.
I'll have it in no time.
Yes. Let me in. Someone should be using that hat. You. Fabulous. Okay. You can get this dog to follow you, but it does nothing in combat. So, I can't be bothered. So yeah, we'll do a 6 ranger party and be like Papao. I think that's going to be great. What could possibly go wrong just having 6 rangers in your party, right? Because your party will have 12 members with the pets. So it has to be great, right? Let's see. Oh, I have to level her up to level 2. My bad. We will go with athletics and survival on this one. Let's give you something to make. Yeah, resilient companion. Let's give it, so it's a bit hard. No, we don't want 6 bears. We want every one of them to be different. Much more fun. So yeah, that probably means I won't be doing as much of the like class of the different companion storylines, since I won't be bringing them with me a lot of the time. But I figure if you want to see those storylines, you can play the game yourselves. So we left off with having a vision of that dwarf woman who is glowing now. So we're gonna go speak with her. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin crockery bough that sags at a tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surrounding. But there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Yeah, let's reach out. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness, in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I kind of wanted to expand on that, but sure. Apparently I can't ask her to do it. I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, no, not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times.
You mean better times when you were not hanging from a tree?
Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how.
So it's reincarnation, basically.
A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
Oh, well, if it's only that, then it's fine.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Ah, I'll make sure to go there then. Not right now though. Right now I have a few other things to look up. I think I survived a Beowik. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break over time? Ah, we're not really interested. Let's continue with what we're supposed to do.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
I was granted Crucible of the Soul. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seem to be lost just now. This happens a lot. You'll have to get used to it. That's good to know, but I don't suppose you could tell me what that was all about? I like that I don't even have an option, I just have to tell him I'm a watcher. Well, that's interesting. And I expect that that explains your earlier reticence about your experience in the ruins, because I didn't tell him. In any case, I appreciate your honesty, which I had no choice about. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that... he doesn't know anything. Let's continue.
$17.5.
What do you mean 17 and a half? The smell of pipe smoke. Oh, hello Isidia. We are continuing from yesterday. I have this great plan that I'm going to recruit adventurers so I can have a party of 6 rangers. Well, we'll get to that eventually when I make enough gold for it. I have made a godlike ranger which is following me around now, who has a boar companion. But let's continue with this. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17.5. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
What are you talking about, you insane man?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Eder. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What a nice man. What was that talk about a dwarf?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
Yeah, I think Eder is fairly racist as well. What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you for a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
Well, I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
What's it to you? You'll have to forgive my curiosity. Round here we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. It's none of your business. Fair enough, if folks around here have minded their business, then the tree over there have a few less wine chimes. Maybe I should take heed. I'll leave you to your corpse staring. Well, he is a companion and I want him to follow me, so we'll have to redo this. Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all.
What's
No
that
offense.
supposed to mean? Hey, don't blame me. I don't have a say. You can take my word for that.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, and then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the Legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me.
Well, sounds like you should not be living here.
Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
You see why I'm eager to leave, says Alof the elf. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwen's legacy started with Waidwen. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Some place called Caed Nua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath.
Okay.
A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before.
Well, clearly you were just waiting to die.
Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger. And a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if ever I heard one.
Alright then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. As long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Well, let's get going then. We're not going to ask him everything, because that's going to take literally forever. I'm gonna go down here, because I think that's a great place to level up in. But we need to head up to the windmill first. And tell him that we solved his problem by killing the other guys.
Good day to you.
Swainer's dead. He won't be troubling you anymore. Dead? But no, I won't ask. I suppose I shouldn't take this as good news, but when a man threatens your family. Yeah, I know. In any case, I thank you for letting me know, that is. And here, as a token of appreciation, perhaps now we'll stand a chance of getting this town back to its feet. Moderately positive. So again, you earned back what you lost reputation-wise by killing him. So we're fine then. It's all good. Who cares? No child? Okay. Oh no, see, we have an injured man over there. Hello? Who is there? A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces? Sconces? He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Okay, if you mean to go on. This place is not as empty as I thought. Paying your respects, Earthasian? He looks at Eder as he says that. A little risky, isn't it? Think what the townsfolk would say. Eder says, safer down here than up there, even with the rats as big as they are. This temple isn't what it used to be. Probably for the best. Times being as they are. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Well, I am, so. Not one of his types either. Burton jerks his chin towards Eder. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? These ruins around us used to be a temple of Earthas, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over the Deerwood, from Redisers even. Not so much from Redisers these days. Until the war, of course. Even then you'd get some of the stubborn ones, the ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Get to the point. As you like. Once the legacy started, Lord Raedric decided he's been too lenient on the Athosians. He had his people go in and put them all to the sword. Left them down there, buried under a heap of rocks. Heretics or not, their death didn't stop the legacy. Didn't do much of anything at all. They didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in their god's house. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. No small task. There's coin in it for you if you need motivation. Aelot says, a pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. I'll find them, because I want the quest. Them by the flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for a long time. It's scrawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they're anywhere. Those priests have all kind of secret chambers, switches in the wall, that's that word again. Succounces? That kind of thing. Keep an eye out. And take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. What a good Samaritan. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. Do that. Meanwhile, let's have a look about. Highbury Spiderling.
So much.
This won't hold me.
Be careful, Eder. There we go. Wasn't too hard. I won't read those. I seem to recall that there is some way to open this, but I don't quite remember how.
You won't see me coming.
There. That's how you do it. Oh no, a scolder. was hard. Another Scolder.
That's how it's done.
Not very hard. Loot. Let's see, I know that this is where, sort of where we're supposed to go. I'm sorry if it's not very immersive, the fact that I played this game before.
Poison. Hardly
Didn't
fair.
remember that. It happens. Spell defense. Putting that on you. Oh, lot of Scolders. Let's see if we can try out a spell here.
Hi.
No, we don't want to do that. We can do that though. I don't know why you're not helping out.
Well,
Yeah. Death to our enemies!
Yes. I shall deal with this.
yes.
Worked out for
Yes.
the best. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, a shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense within you of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with a grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges toward and into you, and suddenly you're elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forget to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, foaling your step. You're late again. The right's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of the bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar, warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky, and last to fade in the dawn's light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes, and not the last. This is for a riddle. The lights fade, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. Oh no. Give me. This is the riddle bell. You'll need to ring that bell in the right order to open. I could probably remember the combination if I tried. I know it starts with the right and ends with the right from what we've done already. But let's just gather the last few things just so we're doing this properly. Feels like we lost something.
That's how it's done.
Hello, boar. Where have you been?
What is it?
Give me.
As you wish.
Give that to you. It's a fine sword. Is that better than what Eder starts out with? No, he starts out with a saber. I think the fine sword is better. 13 to 18. Fine. But his has... And fine increases accuracy and damage. Yeah, let's use that just because he has a bigger chance of hitting.
there's a pick, there's a way.
I'll
Is it
see what I
trapped?
can find.
Doesn't seem like that. Crossbow. That's cool. Maybe, yeah, let's have her use the crossbow. I just have to fix one thing, guys. So I'll be right back. Just a moment. Sorry about that, I'm back. Let's continue on our adventure. Is it a secret passage here?
Nice and quiet.
It looked like it could be. Said it's been a little while since I played this.
Bring them down.
Oh, there's a passage over here we haven't explored. Of course we'll have to do that. Hard. Difficult spider. Initiate note. Forgot and struck the largest spell first rather than second. Okay, so largest bell is second. Camp supplies. Whee! I think you get to learn the final piece in here. Maybe I already know that piece, I'm not entirely sure. Will of the Wisp.
No prisoners! So...
Wow. That worked out.
Well?
No, maybe you didn't learn anything in here. Maybe that is all the information I need. Oh no, there's a passage up here as well. It's probably there.
Most inconvenient. Bring them down.
Having an extra party member while you're doing this is proving to be significantly easier than last time I played this. Because it helps that one of them is an awesome Antelope. Red blood smears, blah blah blah. Okay. Not important. The nearby crystals light and the cracked mosaic floor in shades of light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at a certain angle the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seems to pull together until a thin glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam you sometimes think that you can see a shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. I'm gonna try to strike out at the form. You lash out and feel nothing. Your hand passes through the air, but in the moment of contact, spirit coalesces and lunges forward. You're torn from your surrounding, vision blurring. You're in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you. What kind of temple is this? Searching forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the face around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. 2 people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear, you cannot understand what he says. But Erectrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar, swaying. The spirit fades, as suddenly as it appeared. Okay. Maybe I already got the riddle for the gong then, if there is nothing else. So, right, middle, right, I did something wrong. Yeah, this spell puzzle, right? I have known how to do it, but it's been some time. So, right is first, large bell is second, that the peculiar shine brings through the ruins. There we go! There's a quiet melodic chime from all 3 bells, before the discordant voices meet in one powerful rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole of the temple, a driving flood of songs that drive all other thoughts. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors, as the passage to the lower levels swings open. Oh yeah. Lower levels, here we come. Also, hello, frequency person. Pleasure to meet you.
Quick and quiet.
No, I didn't want to stealth. So, yeah, this is where we're gonna start meeting ghosts. Hopefully this is going to work out anyway. I remember me struggling with this the very first time I did it. This is just normal.
No prisoners!
I'm playing the game as much for the story as for the challenge, to be completely honest.
I'll go on ahead.
Yeah, crap.
The work of a moment.
Give me. And now I already have that through the cloak, and I don't think it stacks if I put the ring on as well. I'm gonna give the ring to Eder.
Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Oh, a fine greatsword. Sadly none of these use greatsword. So that's not too useful.
Ah! Curse!
As long as we're not just taking this somewhat calmly, we should not
I'll
have a
go on
problem.
ahead.
Need to remember there being many traps in this upcoming room. Oh no, they discovered us. I don't mind. Now, we probably want to throw some spell out here. Or maybe we don't. Take all three of you and start attacking this.
You're not.
Oh, it might get maimed or killed. Oh no! It got maimed. Well, what? Maybe I should pay attention to the combat as well.
Slippery devil.
Maybe if you help out, this will be easier.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna need to arrest after this encounter
Yes.
I'll go on ahead.
and remove some traps.
The work of a moment.
Ah, medium. Some leather armor. Gonna replace that on her. There we go. Will +9. That's useful. Again, I'll probably put that on Eder. Whoa! Hello!
This could have gone better.
So much for you.
Keeping an eye out.
Yep, so we're going to rest in this room. And hope that works out for us. Yeah.
As you wish.
It did. Wonderful.
Curses. Kill them all.
I meant to do that.
There we go, I don't get any more XP from killing shades now, I don't think. I remember there being quite a lot of treasure in this room. I also remember this room being fairly hard.
Hey.
So let's try to focus things down a little bit. And not get horribly injured in the process. Horrible. The whole not getting terribly injured is not looking too good. Oh. Well, that worked.
How may I help?
Ah, curse your eyes.
Lavaru, be on. Seek.
Yes.
That's fine
No
with me.
prisoners.
Except for the pets dying. That went well,
Yes.
I
Quick
think.
and quiet.
Let's just check for secret things.
I see something.
Sort of like that. Yeah, some gems, that's more money. Means we can get another ranger sooner. That's what I meant with me thinking there were treasure there.
Nothing will slip past me.
Okay. No secrets there. Oh no. That is bad.
Kill them all! Yes. No prisoners!
You better.
What is it?
A lot went down, sadly, but what can you do?
Of course.
Quick and quiet.
That's what happens when you're a mage. You go down. Lowering the water level, which is going to be relevant for a later stage.
Bring them down! That's it!
I'll go on ahead.
A key. It's always useful. Right?
Curse you!
So that seems extremely dangerous.
Just say the word.
Apparently my companions are too fat. Well, that's too far away. That worked a bit better.
Curse your eyes! A lot of you!
This is not going well now. So this is when I kill my own party. See?
Yes.
When in doubt, kill your own party.
I shall be discreet.
The best tactic at the start of the game. I don't think the Ethosian prayer will do me much good. So that's talking about some sort of sanctum, so that's probably what we need to find, right? To find the dead priests and stuff. To find their remains. It's unlocked because I have the key, I suspect. Oh, lesser black pieces.
Bring
Shadows.
them down!
We don't like shadows. Oh, so this is a power counter spell. I am usually very bad at paying attention to that sort of thing.
Well, kill them all! Kill them all! No!
You should have run.
That went okay,
What is it?
but the pig died again.
Nice and
The
quiet.
pig dies a lot.
Of course.
Seem to recall there being treasure up here. Stop sneaking. Let's kill the whelps and stuff before killing the killer.
No prisoner!
How may I help?
Alive?
Let's do some raw damage then.
That's not very helpful. How may I help?
Looks like Eder's gonna go down.
That's not very helpful.
Well,
Don't really mind. We should be able to manage this without him. There we go. Yeah, sacrificing party members is
What
just
is
the
it?
right thing to do.
I'll go on ahead.
However, if he enters combat now, he is dead. Making sure there's no traps here. Doesn't seem to be. Resolve and perception. So I'm going to give that to myself, because having 22 perception is even better than having less perception. It's probably better on someone else, but I don't care. Resting so that Eder won't die, because we don't want that. Moving down here then. Slid open. Wonder if there will come anything to attack us. Remind me never to have killed my god again.
I shall
Okay.
be discreet.
Now that's what they want us to click. So we'll click that last.
Is away.
Gotcha. That's a cool maze. And it has draining and stuff, so we're gonna equip Eder with that instead. For the time being. Oh, fireball. It's gonna move over there. We'll give one of those to Eder, so we have that for later. There we go. Some Aedra stones. There we go. Now we're gonna talk to this. A man. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure, features a blur of mist or smoke, before the world tilts. It is as if you have stepped sideways and into a new life. You're racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ears. Panic and your robes alike foul your steps, and you nearly stumble before a hand reaches out to grip your arm and steady you. A fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple. Following the dark shapes of the older priests, they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torch bearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveal a familiar face. For a moment, your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Verton has joined you here at the bottom of the temple. In the memory, he glances at you for a moment and then looks past at someone else. I'll come back once they're gone, he says. He's saying. You're being pressed along the crowd, and his words are growing faint. Just keep quiet. We can't take any chances. Inside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stars. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment, then plunging you into another like a flung doll. There's only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded, until the knowledge settles onto you like a cloak. The candles have all burnt away. You know now too, with a sick certainty, that nobody's coming. There is a cracking noise somewhere to your left, a wet slurping gurgle, and a ragged sob. You cannot see, and so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. You hear in the faint murmuring to your right the familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You're too tired to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leeches strength from you. There is a light, they say, at the end of every bout of darkness. But this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts off the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotion. The lying bastard! I'll see he pays for this, is what I say. You feel a lashing coil of anger and fear from the soul, before it floats downwards to settle by the remains. It does not move towards you again. No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get less weird. I'll leave the remains where they are.
Laying low.
Because we're gonna go kill that man. For anyone wondering, I'm playing a very aggressive playthrough this time around. Since I was very benevolent and honest and things the previous time I played. So I'm aiming for this one to be a very angry man. Very quick to kill people and stuff like that. Let's see. I am aggressive, passionate and rational. I'm not too fond of the rational thing, but I mean, we'll get around that eventually. Saving.
How do you do?
You have returned. Find anything? This place is overrun, if you say so.
Hail and well met.
Ah. Okay, I can't. Okay, I need to gather the remains to even confront him about it. That's weird. Sorry guys, more loading screens. I have quite a lot of metagame information displayed when I play this. Mostly because I like to know what I'm doing. I'll run back over here then. So, anyone want to share some sort of interesting story in the chat? Maybe about Pillars of Eternity, maybe about some other role-playing game. Yeah, hello again. Gather the remains. Hey, and it gave me experience. I saw that they revealed the expansion for Witcher. It's coming on October the 13th. I probably won't do a playthrough of Witcher on this stream, but I will probably use my previous save and play the expansion for Witcher on this channel, if anyone is interested in watching that after October the 13th. Fairly close to leveling up.
and well met.
Worthing smiles nervously as you approach. Think I sorted out the worst of it. I'm sorting a little less. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? Something you're nervous about? No, of course not. Just never good to linger around this place. That's all. Did you find anything? Well, I suppose I'll have to be honest here. You lied to me. What? I was clear about everything. The risk involved. Is that what you meant? I did say there'd be spiders, and I'll pay you, of course, for the trouble. You're very nervous for an honest man. Something weighing on your conscience, maybe? Weldon opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice when he speaks is small. How did you... I don't mind getting the minor negative. I'm gonna kill him. You don't deserve to live another day. You traitor. There we go. Too bad no spirits up here before me to tell me I did a good job. But I know I did a good job. That's what matters at the end of the day, right? I saved the spirits and I bashed the man who arguably killed them over the head. I were a good person. Maybe a bit of an angry person, but a good person. And that's what matters. I'm gonna go here and sell some items. And after I've done that, we're actually going to call it after this trip for today, because I'll be having to head off for work in a little bit. So I'm going to sell some items and make sure that I can just continue as normal next time I play. But yeah, I won't have the time to continue just at this moment. No, I'm keeping that. Since I have other obligations today. Tomorrow I should be able to do a longer stream. If people are interested to turn in then. Which I hope people will be. Because I enjoy doing this. And I'm enjoying this playthrough. I look forward to when we get to the stage where we can have 6 rangers. Because I think that's going to be funky. We have just all these beasts running around. I might even be inclined to spec all of the rangers into beasts. So that like the beasts become really, really good. But we'll see once we get there. Hopefully we can complete the game that way. If we can't, well then I suppose we'll have to use some sort of default party. But yeah, we are going to leave off there. Thanks you guys for watching. It's been fun, even though it's been a bit short. Yeah, toodles. I'll see you tomorrow.